This week on The Grind, Tim and Ricky are meeting up with DND Waterfowl in Brantford, Ontario for early season honkers. 2 minutes into the first trip of the season, we have our first obstacle.
I yearn for a place to call my own. I'm going home. Say what you will, I'll be better for it still. I've been wondering what you're doing with your time, just to get you off my mind. I'm in the grind.
The Grind Waterfowl TV is brought to you by Decoy, premium gunning decoys for demanding hunters. Lucky Duck, masters of deception. Rio, official ammunition of the grind. Share the experience. Mud Buddy, the king of mud motors. Excel, the boat to own. Cornerstone Gun Dog Academy, the world's most accessible online retriever training program. High Mountain Seasonings, handcrafted jerky, seasonings, and meat processing tools. Lifetime Decoys, premium decoy rigging equipment. Sitka Gear, turning clothing into gear. Alps Outdoors, exceed your expectations. And these fine sponsors.
Not good. Right?
I don't think it's going anywhere.
It's going to be coming off.
We haven't even gotten a mile from my house yet. And we've already got some mechanical issues with the truck right now. So we're gonna pull it here in the parking lot. Doesn't seem to be a huge issue, but.
Well, this turbo, this clamp keeps coming off of here. We've tried everything. Probably just gonna have to get a hose clamp from a Menards or something.
Too big, right?
Yeah, probably have to go back and get those other ones.
Well, this was a perfect example of a hunting trip here. You know, we had about 17 hours of driving from the guys that started in South Dakota to Wisconsin to Illinois, all the way here over to Brantford area in Ontario. Had truck problems in the morning, added a couple extra hours, got that taken care of. We get here, everything's aligning, the fields look good, scouting the night before.
It's about 6:30 right now, night before opener. Grind guys just got here. We're kind of cutting her down to the wire. Heading to the field right now. Birds will already be on the ground. This field we got, there's about 200 to 300 this morning. So we're gonna go see what they're doing right now. Hopefully they're still on our X and get on them first thing in the morning.
So Brandon's scouting a field about 30 minutes away from here. It's a field we're going to be hunting tomorrow morning. There's been well over 300 birds in it. They've been hidden steady every day for over a week now. So he's down there, and we're just trying to secure a spot to have a second hunt the next morning. We've got quite a few fields around here. The birds been jumping around a little bit, but we're just going to do our best and see what we can't lock down.
So this is the field we're gonna hunt tomorrow. We've got a big group of birds over here on the X that they've been in all week, and there's a lot of green coming up in here. There's clover, peas, and oats. They're picking that and they're picking the spilled wheat. So we're gonna set up over here tomorrow morning with a hill to our back. We've got a southwest wind coming across the field. A lot of these birds are coming from the east along the river, and they should drop right into the pocket.
We've taken about an extra hour this morning just to make sure with this low ground, getting out here, matching our colors. As far as camo and the blinds go, covering them up. That is the most important part of this hunt in order for this to work in this short stuff. So we took the Alps blinds and skirted them out on the edge, staked them out so it gives less of a shadow, casting less of a shadow. Just gonna get back over there, cover up some more stuff, and we'll set decoys last. It won't take long to set decoys. It takes long to cover these blinds.
Something people forget about early season geese is they have no problem landing by themselves. Later on in the season, geese want to group up in larger flocks. But early on, family groups are still the name of the game. Any reason at all to be wary, and they'll humble you in a heartbeat. That first morning, they did just that.
The first day, we were on the X, a lot of birds coming to that field, unfortunately, with no wind. And it was real tough to hide the blinds. It was short disc wheat. Didn't matter how much detail, how much we paid attention to making sure they were completely covered up. They still stuck out a little bit, and with no wind, it made it really tough.
These right here need to come out here. So you want to set a family group out here?
Or just give me a 5-mile-an-hour wind or something.
A little bit of a rough morning. No wind. The hide wasn't awful. It was just, we're in short stubble. As you can see, it got a little compacted around it. The sun popped up, gave us a little bit of a shadow on the blinds, plus no wind. It just makes for a real tough morning. So we struck out a little bit. We did end up with a couple of geese, so I guess you can't say we really struck out, but Brandon made a good shot on a couple of geese, and we're gonna go back out tonight. There's plenty of geese in the area, so we're just gonna hide a little bit better tonight and get back after it in the morning and see where we're at, and hopefully finish with a strong day today, and then have a good day again tomorrow.
This afternoon, with this good 15-mile-an-hour wind, I think we'll have the right wind to at least give us a good chance of getting geese in tight to us and in close.
Right there. We struggled this morning. We got another field this evening. We came by, one guy left early, came by here and scouted. There was, 400 or 500 birds in here, so we actually just kicked about 50 of them out. Probably sitting in here all day because of the rain. It started raining around noon, 1 o'clock. It rained for about an hour or so, but kind of natural grass area right here. As you can see, there's a pipeline, so it'll be just a good natural area. The birds have been sitting all the way around this. We're gonna set up some box style blinds in here, and it should be a good one if they show up. And then your mats in here, because
And then clump up top here, maybe
Yeah.
leave it really loose down on the bottom.
yep.
We've got our Dakota. We've got the painted bodies here that D&D is running with the flocked heads. But talk about a durable decoy. These things bang around in trailers. They come out looking like they're brand new every time. Just a good, awesome decoy.
Well, we're hunting now, boys.
What are we calling them?
They're probably on their way now. Man, I'll tell you what, we cannot catch a break. We should do it right now. Ready? I can't see him. Right here. Kill him. Man. Yeah, that was all right. They sat down. That was good, man. They came from a long ways away. They were a mile high, came down, swung once, and sat right in. That's what a good wind and a good hide will do for you. They're on the deck. They're on the deck. Easy, easy, easy. No wind, dude. Man, we keep getting just sunsets, you lose your wind. That's the problem. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. Let them do their thing right now. Kill him.
Sometimes it just pays to shut up and do nothing.
Good shooting, fellas.
We had a flock come in just now and we just stopped calling and just let them just come. They were on a beeline coming right here.
Hey, I'll take those all day. Little 4 or 5 packs.
And we just let them come, didn't do anything, and they finished right in front of our faces, which was pretty cool.
Hey guys, I'm Barton Ramsey with Cornerstone Gun Dog Academy, and this is a retriever training quick tip. Many of you guys may hunt in situations where the dog is not able to access dry ground, or you're not able to access dry ground. This would be such as hunting in flooded timber where there's no levees around, hunting out of a boat, hunting in a marsh where there's just nothing but flooded areas and you're hiding in the cover. It's very important that you train for this scenario. If you have a dog that has only learned to take a line from dry ground and then you put that dog into the water and begin to line them from heel, they're going to be very confused. So what you're going to need to do is sometime during the off season, put on a pair of waders or put on a pair of swim trunks, wade out into some water with the dog and begin running drills from the water and having the dog return to you from the water. I've been in a lot of hunting scenarios with young dogs where they're asked to return to someone without dry ground around, and they've never practiced this in training, and the dogs have no clue what to do, so they wind up just swimming in circles looking very confused. You can take a stand out into the water and teach the dog how to run off that stand from water onto stand and stand back into water without being able to jump from the ground. All these things are valuable lessons that you can work on during training so that you're not frustrated in the field during hunting when a dog doesn't quite understand how to do them.
Ready for a good second day here. We're gonna knock them dead this morning. Hopefully the rain holds off. Got a little wind. Let's go get them.
Burn them. I'll take a triple. I'll take a triple. Woo! Love it. Love it. Good job, boys. Good job. Second day Ontario. Been a little bit of a challenge. There's so much wheat cut. The birds are getting spread out. The birds that we've had come near us gave us a look. We were able to, I think, knock down, I don't know, 10 or 12 today. We sat down in some good flocks. You know, that made it a little bit more fun, but again, we're trying to Trying for that big resident goose hunt right now. So hopefully we're gonna scout tonight. We're gonna put probably 3 vehicles on the road, scout really, really hard. Tomorrow's our last day, so we're really hoping that we can get out and have a banger tomorrow. That's what we're hoping for, because it's been tough the first 2 mornings.
Early season and warm weather go hand in hand. Warm weather can mean feeding isn't a priority for birds, making for some pretty hard patterning. We didn't have a lack of birds in the fields we hunted those first couple days, but it was a rolling of the dice to whether they'd show back up when deciding which field to hunt. For our final day, we had a small feed, but we played off of what we saw those first 2 days. This feed of about 100 birds had been there every morning and night. We had cooler weather, a great hide, and no rain to keep them in the fields.
Well, we're in our final morning here. We've got a north wind. There were a decent number of birds working this field last night. Not as many as we'd like, but it was our best bet. It's perfect weather, about 45 degrees this morning. North wind, 5, 6, 7 miles an hour.
This is a pretty neat product here. Something that's really nice is this new concealed carry deal here. You can, it's got magnetic lights, so it'll stick right to the side of a steel-sided trailer. Runs on a lithium battery, and these lights are super, super bright. So it's great for setting up blinds. It'll stick back to the box, so if you want to carry it somewhere, you can adjust the lights to it. It just works really good, and if you look out to the spread, it really starts to glow things up quite a bit. So it works out pretty good. Yeah, there they are. See them? We got birds coming, Maxie. Here, you got the ones off to the right. Up, up.
Yeah.
Take them. A lot of birds, boys. It's a lot of birds.
Another thing we had this year is the weather. It was it's nice out today, but it's been constantly changing. We've been having days with no wind, days with lots of wind, lots of rain, and it's really changed the birds around. Like we had birds flying out in the middle of the day. It just made it a little bit more tough for us. In conjunction with the birds not sticking to the same field and constantly changing fields, but over the couple of days we were able to get on a few flocks. It just didn't all come together in one hunt, but we did the best we could and we made it work.
We all want that big resident goose hunt. This year, it just wasn't in play. After the truck breaking down, the rain, the tough first morning, we were off to a rough start, but we ended up seeing some of the best decoying you could hope to see and had 3 full days of laughs, good food, and rewarding hunting.
I mean, we couldn't have worked any harder than we did. We had some excellent shooting on dates 2 and 3. The great thing is, I was out here spending time with great people, had some awesome food with DND Waterfowl, and couldn't ask for better people to spend the day with and spend some time with, especially after a long drive. And what great hosts, just such a great place.
But it was a perfect example of a hunting trip. Issues, having a lot of fun with the guys. Hunting was good, hunting was tough. A good mix of everything. In the end, it was really a good trip, and we're glad we came out here.
Next week on The Grind, we head to North Dakota for the annual gathering of Tim, Bill, and Rick Darling,